this webinar, which is named as Emerging Trends in the Data Science. Before I start narrating about the trends, first of all, I would like you to explain what data science exactly means. Data science is an interdisciplinary field that uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and systems to extract knowledge and insight from many structural and unstructured data. Data science also related to data mining, deep learning, and big data kind of technologies. If I had to give an example of an insight, it's like in a scenario of bank, how many people have a current account as well as the mortgage account, and you query the two databases and join the IDs or the customer IDs, and you find a new result. That is actually a result of data science. Now, the second topic that I would like to cover, or I'll just briefly tell you about, is the market size of the data science market. If you look at the data science, this is the fastest growing market, and it is said that by 2024, this market will grow to the size of 140 billion or even around 150 billion. Currently, it's something around $38 billion kind of a market. So it's a huge market, and mainly it's the US who is leading this market, and there are other segments like Asia and Europe are following. So this is about the data science and the size of the market. If you look at my first PPT, it's data science trends for all domains, and these domains have something around 20 trends or for various domains. It consists of a cloud trend, it consists of a self-service BI, it consists of a data governance, it consists of a mobile BI, it consists of a data storytelling. But that's how it is. These all trends are generic and they are across the companies. So it could be in telecom, it could be in finance, it could be in manufacturing, it could be in pharmaceuticals. So these are generic trends, and I have telling on the right hand side there are few trends which are important for few domains and few are not important for few domains. For the benefit of this seminar, as we have a limited time, I'm dividing the company in the two segments. One company that I'm saying is a new entrant, and the another is a matured company. So new entrant is something where the company has not invested anything in the data science, and the matured is the one where people have data science and they want to move towards cloud and the other advanced data science technologies. See, if you look at it, from data science perspective, how the journey would be, okay, and what is the senior management goals? People are going to say that we want to morph seamless architecture, we want to utilize the user-centric models, we want to benchmark the best of the breed the technologies. We will incentivize customized functionalities, we want to drive the frictionless experience, unleash the power of end-to-end interfaces to drive the revenue. I'll bring the 24/7 convergence of all channels, exploit the strategic users, reach them again and again, offer them and increase the revenue and be the market leader. So this is the kind of a thing that senior management is going to come to you. But is the data science technology or the journey, is it that simple? I'll say the journey is not simple, it's very challenging. I'll just narrate a small story to this audience. And few of you may know the story of eagle. Eagle normally lives the life something around 70 years, but to live 70 years, after 40 years, he loses his feathers, he loses his nails, okay, and his nails are not capable to grab the food that he wants. So to reinvent and to live a life 70 years, he has to go on the mountaintop. He has to break his nails, he has to break his back, and his nails later on tear apart his feathers, and so that the new feathers will come. So that this is the change that eagle undergoes, and this is a painful journey. This is not a journey which is very easy. So the data science journey is very similar to eagle, where you'll have to lose your own mindset, you'll have to lose your old paradigm, you'll have to lose your own fundamentals, old fundamentals, and get the new ones. Your old databases, maybe SQL, maybe Teradata, maybe Microsoft Access, maybe something. You have to lose all that, come into the new world, learn the new fundamentals, and drive your own growth. So that's how the data science journey is going to be. Now I'll narrate to you the data science trends for the new entrants. Okay. For the new entrants, it's like the first trend that I want to narrate to you is the data storage and the cost reduction. Every company who is storing data using Teradata or the SQL or the other databases is finding it hard in terms of cost. A few years back, Teradata cost was around few $1,000s, maybe 3,000 or odd. I'm not 100% sure. And the Hadoop cost was significantly lower than that. So people wanted to go to Hadoop or the data science simply because to store the cost. So this is one of the very generic foundation trend to move to data science because organization is going to save the cost. The another trend that is with the organization is real-time analysis. People want to have a real-time analysis in terms of bank. When you do a transaction, they send you an OTP. What happens is OTP is a real-time. Sometimes when you go on Amazon and purchase something, they even to complete a transaction, they are asking a real-time password. So there is real-time journeys are taking advantage wherever the purchase is happening. And customer, even now these days, people are using real-time code as one of the password to their websites. So real-time data is gaining importance and you need to have a tool for a real-time analysis. Your senior management is going to say, I want to synthesis bricks and clicks architecture using real-time. That means you want to sell in the shops as well as you're selling on the online and you need to have a real-time data. I want to transform the 27 by infra into user-centric channels. So it's like, it's a heavy goals that will be thrown on your table and you have to deliver against it. And one of the technology that can help you is data science real-time analysis. The third trend I'm going to explain is a self-service. Self-service is you're making set of capabilities available to the customer and customer coming and utilizing that capability. Customer using the capability to raise an order, customer using the capability to raise a trouble ticket, customer raising it, communicating to you because he wants something new, that is concept to market. Now all these self-service, you have to create leading edge technologies, expedite the distributed architecture, scale up the mission critical apps or provide the capability where you can scale up the mission critical apps and finally deliver what is meant by a self-service to the customer. The fourth foundation trend that is very much similar for data analysis, for data science is the data analytics and tokenization. In the world of security, tokenizing the credit card data, tokenize the important data is very crucial. You'll have to use use the most market leading technology to tokenize so nobody can see the credit card. In terms of paid wallets, nobody can see your passcodes. So there has to be a data need to be tokenized. In few cases, people even want to tokenize their names and a few other data. So you have to create a frictionless e-service which give a secured confidence, as well as you have to incubate or pilot cutting edge technologies and gain that confidence from the customer and deliver or create this tokenization experience. The fifth I'm talking is the data mart and operational data stores. See, this is very common that you have raw data in one layer and you're taking that data and creating reports. So it's like, I want to see how many people purchases mobile and I want to see how many people are purchasing the what you can call TV, or if you are a banking customer, how many people have saving accounts and how many people have credit card of the same bank, and you generate a report out of that. Okay, so when the person has my saving account, does he take the loan from me? Right? That is one of the experience that can be used using data mart. See, it's all about, you have to seize the best breed of metrics, okay, and you have to make sure that the cutting edge customer reports are presented to the senior management. The last foundation trend is data security, because everything we do need to be secure and trustworthy. The management is going to say, I want to expedite magnetic models by enhancing security. Give me a revolutionized end-to-end architecture that will bring this trust in my customers. And such goals will be given to you, and you will have to deliver a data secured network or data secured platform. See, data, when data is a static form, it is in some database, it has to be tokenized or secured. Then when it is in the mode of flow, one location to another, still it needs to be secured. When it is at the target location, still it needs to be secured. So it's like the data in all forms need to be secured, whether at the flow or whether at the static states. So these are the 6 foundation trends of the data science. Okay, but it's not that if you get the leading edge technologies and tools, okay, you will immediately able to install the data science projects. See, because this narration or this explanation has got a bit technical, I'll just loosen up this mode with one of the small story of butterfly. Okay, see, butterfly, when he borns, there is a cocoon outside him, and butterfly has to break that cocoon using his wings so that he can fly. One man sees the butterfly in the cocoon and he's struggling to come by. Man waits for a couple of hours and 3 or 4 hours, and still butterfly is not able to come out the cocoon. Man thinks that this guy butterfly may die inside, so what he does is he breaks the cocoon by his own hand and let the butterfly come out. When the butterfly comes out of the cocoon, he is not able to fly. The reason is, when butterfly breaks the cocoon by his own wings, the liquids get transferred into his wings and he gets the power to fly. Because this time an external person has broken the cocoon, butterfly is not able to fly. See, what is the moral of the story and why I'm relating this story to this audience? The reason I'm narrating this story is, you need to make sure that your developers have the required wings to fly. You cannot give them everything ready. Let them struggle for a solution. Let them brainstorm for a solution. There could be an expert layer and there could be a learning layer. Expert layer can't solve every problem of the new developers or the learning layer. Learning layer will have to fight it out and learn their own lessons, and then it is possible for them to fly. Now, this is what we are calling it as a foundation uh, capabilities or the trends for the new entrants. Now, I'm going to the data science trends for matured companies. Look at the solution where the company can move from big data to cloud or even advanced analytics. I'm not giving you the generic trends, but I have divided the companies into 2 sections. Anybody want to say anything? Okay. So I'm dividing the company into 2 sections. Okay. The one is early entrant, which I have divided. I have told you. I have said that their trends, and now we are looking at the data science trends for the more matured companies. So now, what is more needed for a matured company? Okay, see, you have a data, you're storing them using the Hadoop, you're saving the money, you want to go to the next level. It's like a one level up. Okay, so now I'm starting with the mobile analytics. What exactly mobile analytics is going to help you? Okay, see, people are using mobile as a platform. So if person is making a payment via Paytm, is he making via HDFC, is he making via SBI app, is he making Google Pay? If you want to do all such kind of analytics, you will need a mobile analytics, and why particular person is preferring particular app, why someone prefers Amazon whereas someone prefers Flipkart. So all such analysis, when people use the mobile, you will need mobile analytics. If you look at senior management terms, they are going to say, streamline my value added e-services, facilitate me the seamless experience, right? Reinvent the robust potential of my customer, increase my profit, make sure who is the strategic customer, and how can we reach him again and again every time by giving him the offers. So all such things as the goals will come to you, and you will need to use the mobile analytics. Okay, if you look at this lockdown of the corona, people are even using mobiles to order vegetables, people are using mobile to order grocery, and it's become like ready to
or the only channel currently. Now, the next is I'm calling it as augmented analysis. What does augmented analysis actually mean for a company who already has a huge billions of data? See, augmented analysis is consists of multiple things. It consists of business intelligence. It consists of machine learning. It consists of AI. It consists of analytics. What does it actually does? Supposingly, somebody goes on a Google and search for a car. Now, if I search for a car on the Google and Google gives the data to a banking company, hopefully, I don't know whether they gives or not, but just assume a banking company has a data available for a customers who searched for a car. What they are going to do? They are going to approach the customer for a mortgage. Do you need a car loan? Right? So, if your business intelligence team is telling you that somebody has searched for a car on Google, your AI team is telling that go and sell him mortgage. Your machine learning team is telling, oh, let's check his balance, how much his monthly income, what our other choices is, and let's offer some more products to him. Some other analytics is suggesting him, let's observe his behavioral pattern. What kind of purchases this guy does? What does he do on his birthday? Can we offer him some offers? So augmented analytics is going to cover all parts of your life, and it's going to cover a multiple tools which will provide n number of offers to you. Okay, and this will be one of the trend that will come into data science for the matured companies. See, it's like you have to break the paradigm. What senior management will say is facilitate the value added paradigm, or most of the time they are going to say, I want each system and each resource to reinvent themselves and be the part of the profit system. So it's like such kind of high level goals will be thrown at you. And the third thing that I want to go at as a data fabric and cloud computing. If you look at it, what exactly is data fabric? See, data fabric is nothing but when company has multiple clouds in their company. You have one cloud used for manufacturing, other cloud is used for sales department, third cloud is used for. See, we have multiple clouds, and finally the conglomerate of that multiple clouds is nothing but a data fabric. So five clouds are joining to each other, and you have an extensible data fabric which is doing the compute. And such data fabric is going to give you a rich results. So it's like you have to combine these clouds and monetize the real-time e-commerce. So it's like focus on the mission critical users. Who is my customer who purchases more from you, more from me? How can I combine the clouds and offer him the best user experience? How can I implement the uh, innovative channels that will make his journey seamless or the frictionless journey, right? Then the next one, what I'm going to talk about is a conversation analytics. You're talking to the service provider or anything you purchase via website, via mobile, via phone. If you look at it, I've shown three, four atoms below conversation. So few people use phone, few people use website, few people use a mobile website, few people are using IVR. So you have to derive the intelligent insight. Okay, it's strategic, innovative conversation action atoms, or the analytical community will say, give me the leads. Okay, give me the leads that get converted into orders. So if somebody in the chat says that I want to purchase a mobile, I want to purchase a bag, or somebody just goes on the purchasing sites and just views some products or books, then that could be the lead that this customer next time may come and purchase. So such kind of analytical leads that these solutions chatbots need to give to their teams, and this solution will definitely make a difference in the company's life. The next I want to cover is the extensive use of IoT. IoT is Internet of Things, which is making the manual things automated. What I mean a manual thing automated is you're going to home, but instead of starting TV after going home, you can um, have a IoT device and start a TV from automatically by keeping an alert. You can start AC by keeping an alert automatically. In the manufacturing companies, you don't have to wait for somebody to make it on. The machines will start automatically at particular time. They will close at particular time, and if there is a friction or there is an issue, they will raise an alert. So this is what is IoT, and IoT is getting implemented like anything in the manufacturing organization. Indian manufacturing organization is jumping on IoT. There are many manufacturers who are taking a route like they have a small Oracle DB, they have BI tools, and they are implementing IoT to reduce the load on the human workforce. Okay, so it's like you have to focus on the mission critical systems. You have to monetize the real time experience and give the critical importance to those systems and implement IoT over there. Okay, so these are the six data science trends for matured companies. Okay, now the trends is the mobile analytics, augmented analytics, data fabric and cloud computing, conversation analytics, and extensive use of IoT. The thing is, even if organization is matured, okay, it's not easy to implement the new ideas. It's not easy to implement the new paradigms. It's not easy to change the people's mindset. I'll just narrate a 2 minute small story for this audience, okay, which could be very relevant to this topic. Okay, you may have heard there are a few of you may have heard the story. See, there are five monkeys in the room, and there is a one ladder kept in the room, and there is a banana over the ladder. Okay, and there is a water shower in the room. Now, every time the monkey goes to the ladder to bring the banana, okay, the shower comes on him, right? The shower comes and monkey gets wet, right? Now the thing is, after after some time, what happens is two monkeys have been removed. Okay, two monkeys have been removed, and two new monkeys are inserted in the room, and the shower has been completely closed. So whenever the monkey goes to get the banana, there is no shower. But the monkey goes to get the banana, other monkeys beat him, because earlier they used to beat him because there is a water coming in. But now there is no water coming in, still they beat him. Now what a scientist does is removes the three earlier monkeys and put three new monkeys into it. So now there are five new monkeys. Okay, the banana is kept over the ladder. When they try to get the banana, okay, there is no water coming in, but still the monkeys keep beating each other. Now, what's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is many big organization people don't question why the particular thing is happening. In this company, it's like this. In this company, we implement the project like this. In this company, somebody says something and we agree, we don't question to him. At the end of the day, one of the monkey need to question to the other monkey, why are we beating him? We are getting the banana free of cost. There is no trouble happening here. But because there was earlier water used to come when the banana was there, the trend got set in and people stopped questioning each other. So whenever you go for the data science trends for a mature thing, you'll have to question each and every step and see what is best for your organization. Otherwise, you will end up like a scenario that monkeys had, that people continue with the old legacy. You know, in Hindi mein sab हमारे इधर ऐसे ही चलता है and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so you have to make sure that there is a new mindset, there is a new paradigm, and when you go to the data science for a matured company, you go with that mindset. Okay, Sneha, can we go to next slide? Okay, Now, this is the slide which I say carries a unique importance for the companies who want to implement big data. The reason is there is a huge amount of challenges when you go through the importance. Okay, the one is a high volume. So, if you're a company with 4 billion customers and you want to join, which of the customers have the which of the customers have purchased this item, and which of the customers have purchased mobile, and which of the customers have purchased the mobile covers, and you want to join them. So 4 billion customers joining to each other will take a processing time to 20 hours, and your servers will be down. So for such things, your architect should be alert. He should be the one who should be highlighting the high volume design consideration, where to put filter on a business date or the actual date, where is the sort, then whether it's a daily file or monthly file. He should give you all the parameters to avoid this processing time of 20 hours, and it should get processed in the 40 minutes. See, there are a number of challenges with the high volume. Okay, you will have to engage into out of box architecture, then only you're able to remove the processing hurdle. Another challenge is you need to have a right tool for the analytics, because somebody is putting a query which is very simple, somebody is doing a complex query, somebody is doing a left join query, right join query, table link complex table join, and so it's like you will have to know what kind of requirement they have before you actually suggest a tool to them. And this is one of the major error, that sometimes people are getting the tools but they don't know what was the requirement before, hence the tool becomes the misfit to the environment. The third one is, did you get the use case from the analytical community? That's what I said. Few people are using tools like Teradata, SQL, and they use some other tools on processing the data, and then you haven't checked whether the data is read in real time. Is it a structured data? Is it a non-structured data? And what has happened is, the application is a mission critical application. CIO is focusing you that I want to productivize this virtual paradigm. This is the one journey that I have showed to CEO. We have to innovate this real time, this real time technology. I want to make most out of it, and you just forgot that this entire requirement was not captured properly, and it will hit you back like anything. Hence, this part, this use case from analytical community, you have to get it before the architect finalize its design. If you look at the fourth and fifth, what I call latency, there are some journeys which real time. OTP is real time. Credit card check is a real time. Then there are multiple things when people buy, even if people buying simple soap on the online, that's its verification is real time. You need to have real time journeys separate, and you also need to have how much data need to be processed per second. You need to be categorize that very cleverly. Okay, unless you do the real time journeys separate from the batch journeys, which are the night journeys, it is very tough for you and your architects. Okay, now see, if you look at these challenges, okay, these challenges are not only developer challenges, but these are architectural, design, as well as the developer challenges. And this is can be only removed at the beginning of the project if only your team combination is right. Okay, I'll just narrate a 2 minute story to you. Okay, see, there was two teams in once in a river rafting competition. There was a river rafting competition where one team named as blue, another team named as red. Each has 8 members in it. They were doing a river rafting. The blue team win the match because they had one leader and seven rafters who was rafting in the river. The red team lost the match. The reason, they had seven captains and one developer who was rafting. Finally, red team appoints a external consultancy that why we lost. External consultancy does a lot of analysis and gives a new structure to the team. What was the structure? Structure is one director, two senior managers, one small manager. two team leads, and finally two developers who are going to raft the river. What happens next year? Competition again comes in. The blue team wins again, and the red team loses again. The blue team wins by 2 miles this time. The lesson learned here is, in the big data world, you need to have, okay, you need to have as much developers on the ground as much you can. You can't have seven captains and one worker. You need to have seven workers and one captain. You can't win the race where there are multiple heads just suggesting what to do, but there are nobody who's doing. So make sure, if you don't want to have big data challenges, get the structure of your team right. Right? I'll go to the next two items, which is decision analytics layer. Now, if you look at, there is a structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data. Sometimes architecture will give you the architecture for a structured data. An unstructured query analysis was never considered. Then somebody will say that we wanted unstructured data parameter into this and produce a report, and you're gone for a task. So all these parameters need to be considered before. There are separate decision analytics tool comes into market. If your team is not ready to so extensive to develop these kinds of insights, then what you need to do is, you actually need to um, purchase the decision analytics tool, have some algorithms, and get an insight through it. See, it's like repurpose the, what I call it as, the mission critical journeys or the cutting edge customer scenarios. And finally is the presentation layer, where you have to develop a synergetic e-commerce, which is profit driven as well as the integrity and customer value driven. So these are the big data challenges which I gathered from my experience over the period. It's like high volume challenge, right tool challenge, analytical community challenges 2, 3, response time challenges, driving insights to the challenge, presentation layer challenge, and all this. Okay. See, there is no ready solution for big data. As I narrated you the eagle example, even we looked at the cocoon example, there is a lot of challenge that your team will have to go through. It's not an easy journey, but this is a journey that your organization can definitely make it if you're prepared to take on challenges. If you have the right combination of teams, you have the right combination of tools. And I think this was the last slide. Sneha, are we on time?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just open this forum for the questions. Anybody want to go for questions? Okay. Shall I create a dummy question for you then? Anyone was asking anything?
Yes, sir. There's a question.
Yep.
Uh, Sir, can you elaborate more on how can Indian manufacturing sector be
Yeah.
more focused on IoT to ease data analytics?
Yeah. Okay. Uh, See, and on the who is the who is the person who is asking this?
Prashant, Prashant.
Oh, okay, Prashant. Okay, Prashant. Listen. If you look at this question, is a very important, or rather very relevant. Okay. See, the thing is, IoT is coming in very big way in the Indian manufacturing. I recently had a chat with one of the companies, company's very senior person who was manufacturing the office stationery of the students, like pencils and all those. What he has narrated to me was, there is something called as a very smart manufacturing is going to come. Okay, so smart manufacturing concept is in the uh, in the making, where what is going to happen is all the tasks that manually people are doing are getting automated. Second thing is, if there is something goes wrong, if there is a friction between the two manufacturing wheels, if there is some corrosion, if there is some action item, the IoT device is going to raise a alarm for it. And what this is going to do for a manufacturing sector, you may have heard the big refineries are being run by 10 people. Now what's going to happen is tomorrow they will be run by 2 people only, and the huge refinery, you will say it will be run by 2 3 people. You may see that rubber plant or the chemical plant, ammonia plants are being run by four people. Now how this is going to make a difference in manufacturing? It is going to increase the speed of the product. Another part, it is also going to in some way there is a lesser people on the on the, what I can say, plant, but at the same time it is generating a greater employment for automation, which is in the sector of IoT as well as machine learning as well as AI. So there is a flip side to it. There is a huge amount of automation that Indian industry is planning. An Indian manufacturing industry is very smart in that segment. I can tell you one 2 minute example, which is very relevant. In around 2000, when India opened its shop for Chinese TVs, it was said that Chinese TV will be Indian TVs will be wiped out. But Indian TV manufacturers were so smart that Chinese has a low product TV, but there is advantage of volume. Now, volume can be countered by innovation. So, what Indian manufacturers did is, if you look at the TVs around 2000, when that Chinese TV entered into Indian market, you will see a lot of innovation in the TVs. In those is around not exactly 2000, maybe around 1990, where you will see the TVs with different remotes, and TVs. One TV has the shutters, and the TVs has there is like a two twin TVs kind of a thing. Somewhere button is here and button is here. So this volume threat was countered by innovation, and Indian TV industry still has a considerable stake in the market, which was around 20% or so. So it's like this question which you got, this is going to bring up opportunities for people to automate more and drive the business in a more faster way. Hope that answers.
Thank you, sir. We have more questions. I'll read out for you one by one.
Yeah.
The second one is, hello, sir. We
Yeah.
some wants to switch over to this technology. What's the right method and starting tools to get started? As of now, it seems a major barrier to enter, and most people end up giving up.
Yeah. So who is this asking?
That's Shubham Agrawal.
Okay. He want to enter into this technology. Is he as a company or is he individual?
He's a student, sir.
So he want to enter into big data technology. Is it as a person who want to for a job, or he want to start a company?
He has not mentioned as such.
Okay. Shubham, I'll just assume that you want to enter big data because you want to have a good job. Okay, let's look at that scenario. See, there are multiple companies who is implementing big data. So if you go into the world of big data, Hive, Hadoop, and then the cloud era kind of a certifications, there are a lot of jobs available. But only thing is you need to be learning it and not just what I can say, mugging the concept off. Then another part, you have a separate path which is like a cloud. If you go to the cloud for AWS, even for Microsoft Azure or Oracle or anything, there is a lot of great potential in that side also. If you like to think a lot and develop algorithms and all that, you can even think AI and ML. So there are a lot of opportunities. And if a second scenario, if you want to start your own company, my friend, think a lot and find out the product that you really want to do, and then how can you use big data to bring a, what I can say, market focused idea which will bring the revenue. Okay. Yeah. Next.
Thank you, sir. The third question is from Mehul. How do
Yeah.
we add more security to the data? How do we gain the trust of the customers or clients that the data we have is secure?
Yeah. Okay. So there are two, three answers to this. Okay. How do you keep the data secure? Okay. So when you want to keep the data secured, it's like one is the data like credit card data need to be tokenized so nobody can see the data. So one is a tokenization of the data. Second part is when data is in a database or data is in a transit, okay, it is going from one service to another server. Can I keep the data in flow secure? There are technologies and tools to do that. You can do that as well. Then you can have PCI certifications, or for the security certifications, get it done and keep it secure. So there are n number of security, what I can say, security tools available to make your data secure. You need to make sure that your data is secured at the static level. It is data is secured in the moment, and your data is secured at target also, including tokenization. And if you follow this, I think, and every server need to have the firewalls and all of those basic aspects to be done. But to be answer this question, this is a huge, very big questions. But I'll say follow the standard security guidelines. That will be off.
Thank you.
Next one, yeah.
The next one is from Piyush. I am working as an analyst in manufacturing domain. Can you help me understand what do I need to do to take a leap and work as a data scientist?
See, thing is, you need to first know one technology of the data. Okay, one technology which could be Python, which could be any of the technology, and you need to take the data of your plant, and whatever plant you're working into, take that data and try to find the insight out of it. So if you are a manufacturing company which manufactures for pencils or the stationary rubbers, how many rubbers are getting manufactured on a daily, what kind of electricity it is consuming, how many laborers are there, and if you draw a graph out of it, show it to senior management saying that if we do this kind of this, it is going like this, but if we do this, we can reduce one labor and still manufacture this much number, and it will be your saving. So what you need to do is you need to take the data from your plant if they're allowing you, and derive some insights. Okay, first learn the tool and learn the 2 3 analytical tool. You can learn, start with Python, and then you can go with R and other technologies, but make sure you can even start the analysis with Microsoft Excel, get the data in Excel, try to narrate some bar chart, bar chart. There is nothing wrong in using Excel. Excel is an amazing tool. Sometimes people are getting obsessed with this big data tool, but there is lot of important analysis can be done using Excel. Okay, so go ahead, my friend. There is a huge world, and there are too many things that you can do if you really are passionate. Next one.
Thank you, sir. The next one is from Dr. Yogesh Karpate. What are new avenues of analytics in banking barrier check, matching, loan sanctioning, and fraud detection?
Okay. See, in the fraud detection and what is the other thing Yogesh said is loan?
Yeah. Loan sanctioning, check
Okay.
matching, banking barrier
Yeah.
check matching.
Yeah, see, these are three unique propositions. If you look at the fraud, okay, so fraud itself is a very big branch, okay, and fraud, if you look at it, there are four different sections, okay. Fraud based on the location, fraud based on um, the the device. Then fraud is, there are four kinds of data which you need to check even if any fraud has happened. You need to have a person's data, you need to have a device data, you need to have a location data, and you need to even have his past history data, which is not available across the countries. So people are purchasing history data from somebody, you're getting a location data by the devices, you're getting what I can say, person data from some devices, and there are in-house tools that most people are developing. But there are some ready tools which are giving some databases, but the database keeps on getting old, and to develop a database, so it's like the big banks of this world have their own data where this in-house fraud tools are being developed and services are being offered. The other two things, loan and check, see, these are very sensitive matters, so nobody is going to disclose what they are going to use. But in the nutshell, it's a verification technology. One is first is a verification technology, verification of your KYC, verification of the proof that you have submitted. Once you verify, then you are going to verification of the data as the second part. Third part is verification of your credentials, and all this is going to be done by, there are two things. One is an external tool, one is an in-house tool. And if you look at the market now, there is a, you can just scan the check, and in UK you can just scan the check, and banks are accepting the scanned check. So all the technologies that banks have developed, those are in house, but nobody is going to give you the foolproof ready solution out in the market, because these are sensitive technologies, and the tools available are very generic, where every big bank will have to do their tailor-made add-ons to satisfy this condition. uh, Yogesh, does that satisfy your question, or some of your goals, or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
from Manali Jain. She wants
Yeah.
to know that how can data analysis help in boosting a business, especially during this world scenario?
See, if you look at the data analytics, you'll have to give. Hello. Anybody want to say something? See, if you
No, no.
look at, yeah, if you want to look at this scenario of COVID, okay, how data analytics can boost. Now, if you look at it, see the day, how many people are ordering the groceries, or the how many people are ordering the vegetables using, uh, you can say, big basket. How many people are ordering the food or the ready items using your other apps, or even ordering the food using Swiggy. Now there is a third other thing: how many people are ordering medical items using the app. How many people, see, in this COVID critical, what has happened is there are two things has happened. One person want to buy a car, but COVID happened, so he didn't went to buy a car, and that decision has postponed. Now after a certain period of time, we don't know whether he's going to buy a car or not, or he's just going to save it for him. But now you know that he wanted to buy a car. What data analytics can do is, he had 5 lakhs to buy a car. Supposedly, due to COVID situation, he lost 50,000 in his home and whatever. So now the banks can come and say, we can give you a saving solution for 4,50,000. We can give you some mutual funds for 4,50,000 if you don't want to go buy a car because you think financial situation is crunched. So banks will have to be intelligent to encash this opportunity. Whereas there are other businesses, just like somebody want to buy a house, he's not going to buy a house till next 8 months, and he may cancel it for next 2 years also. But these people are having the money, and when you know they are having the money, you need to suggest them other opportunities. This is one way. Second things, you need to avoid check the behavior. One is that the UK, the behavior chart suggests that the people are more worried about their finances rather than their health. That means people are looking for the financial solution rather than a medical solution. What you can do is, you can reduce the credit card rate. What you can do is, you can give them a loan which is much at the lower interest rate. The third behavior trend that is happening is, they are saying is, people are uh, some people are squeezing their needs and getting adjusted to the whatever the pandemic is happening, but at the same time, uh, their needs are their habits of eating and wealth are getting social, or getting out, or social media, or even the other tools know. So now if you know that somebody has ordering pizza every third day, somebody is ordering some other atom every fourth day, you have this is behavioral eating pattern, you can suggest atoms there. So there are a number of answers banks can do, food pay atoms can do, other people can suggest notes. So data analytics can do huge in the pandemic. Yeah. Sorry, I think I spelled it right wrongly. Anyways, Sneha, go ahead.
Yeah. The next one is from Satyendra. What are
Mhm.
the efficient ways to convert big data into valuable data? Due to large volume of big data, how anyone can assure we are not losing valuable data?
Okay, okay. So big data and valuable data. Okay, let me tell you how the data happens. Okay, So if a person, let me give an example in the context of telecom or even banking, the my name Virendra and my surname and all the other data is normally referred as a reference data or the personal data, whereas my balance and my name and balance is a valuable data, my account id is a valuable data. Okay, but the other data, which is like which district and other all, okay, and some other parameters associated with is my country code, my district code is the reference data. Now, what happens here is the systems which save the reference data are different, and systems which save my balance are different. So, balance is a valuable data along with my name and cust ID, and reference data is quite a very different kind of a system. Similarly, if you go to the telecom world, your mobile number and your name is a valuable data. Your monthly bill is a valuable data. But at the same time, your a bill 2 years before is like a required sometimes for a reference. Okay, then your other data that whereas you moved is can be referred as a reference data. So these systems are different. Now, how other question your child question was how the insights can be generated to develop. Okay, see, I can give you an example where, okay, this is the famous example of AI. Okay, that or I can even I don't want to repeat the car example. Let's see, one car goes to a parking of uh, a big mall. Now, what happens is they take your car number, they scan it, and they see what items you're going to purchase. So before you go to the shop, they have a list of items that you purchase every time. So they immediately scanned that how many items are ready and how many are not ready. The moment you report on the floor, one person comes to you, see, sir, you usually buy the 10 items, like you buy Bonavita, you buy cornflakes, you want this, you want this. 8 items are ready, two are not ready. Now, what has happened here is his preferences are being saved as a part of big data, and a ready answer is given to him. Okay, but even the data was not so valuable, it was being converted as a valuable data, and a valuable insight has been given to the customer. So there are n number of such examples, okay, which can be given, but due to lack of time, I'll go to the next question.
Thank you, sir. We're having last two questions. One is
Yeah,
from Prasad.
yeah.
How the data science or ML AI can be used to leverage the capabilities of currently available tools to be more smart and automated instead of creating new tools?
Yeah. See, this AI and ML, okay, they are machine learning or AI can throw a lot of insights, okay, which are sometimes very difficult, okay, for a human eye to see. Supposingly, if take a big shopping mall like Reliance, okay, and they have like we have 125 crore people country, and they have 4 crore customers are their regular customers. So now you have to drill this data and analyze the pattern. If somebody writes an AI algorithm that whenever one person goes to Reliance Smart in the data one, okay, and every quarter's third week he goes to Reliance Trend to purchase the clothes. Then he goes to Reliance Jewels on the every festival to purchase some jewels. Okay, and now he's hopping this offer. Now, if you look at this, the AI ML algorithms can throw such trends immediately, and the person can give the ready offers on the every quarter first week, saying that okay, these are the offers on the jewelry, these are the offers on the clothes, these are the offers on the fresh Reliance grocery. But if you try to look by manual eyes, that I have to scan 4 crore customers and analyze their trends, it's literally impossible. Hence, AI ML can jump into this. People can write algorithm, and even algorithms can scan you and me, and they can give us ready specific offers. I'm not talking about the bulk offers given to everybody. The specific offer can be different to everybody, and this wonder can be done, that is called personalization and customization, can be done by AIML. Yeah, next question.
Yeah, the next one is from Dr. Sandeep. What
Yeah.
are the prospects of data analytics in public health national health programs. How can public health professionals develop capacity in health data analytics?
Okay, this is Sandeep. This is very important question. Let me give you a 2 minutes background on this. See, there was a product called Google Health, which was launched. Microsoft launched one product, and Google Health was another product which was launched maybe somewhere around 2010 in US, and both products have failed miserably. Okay, the reason is these both products wanted to capture every American's health data. They wanted to capture the health data of every American, saying that this disease was there on age 13, this disease was there on age 17, this disease was on age 19. It was like that. But the people refused to give their private data. People were saying, why should I tell you that I had stress at the age of 18? You will tomorrow disclose that data to my employer. Okay, I'm not going to give it. Another problem they had, Sandeep, was insurance companies were charging heavy amount to the people, as well as there was a heavy claims. So insurance companies says these are our secret data, we can't disclose. So the first time big data, use of big data, these Google and Microsoft tried to create a public health platform in US, saying that we will everybody has to come and give their data to us, and we will record it, and we will link it against your health policy. That has been miserably failed. Now, the second part of your question is how it can be help, how it can help. See, it can help enormously if you get the data of all public eye specialists in Pune at one location. You get the data of all gynecologists in one location. If you have ready, and if you have a location based data, and I can, while traveling, I can see I'm passing through a gynecologist hospital or ENT specialist. If I have some trouble, I can go. Another part is it can give a service to the customer when it is needed. Okay, or rather customer or patient. If somebody is heavily if somebody has an accident, and he, with the big data, you know that the surgeon available is zero point 0.5 kilometers, you can simply take it. So there is a greater need of public health. I think there is an initiative started by Indian Health Service, that they are trying to collate all the data of all doctors based on geographic, and want to publish it on a center platform, so that people know which doctor is available when and where, and it can help in the service. And there are n number of things that can be done. There is a team in Mumbai. I have heard they have in AI. They're doing wonders. Like it's like um, oxygen. Okay, the person's oxygen check was used to happen with that machine, but now they have made even much more breakthroughs to get some other percentages using AI. So healthcare sector is the next big sector where the innovation is going to happen via AI and ML, and there are a number of companies which are coming up in this sector. Even medical shops are using now the solutions to service customers. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We
Yes.
have a last question from Akshay.
Yes.
And an ITSM company that generates datasets not worth big data, how does the
Yeah.
data science trends that seem to be moving towards big data apply to a company that generates not more than 10,000 rows of data a day? What technologies should such a company of only such size of data focus on?
Yeah. See, sometimes I say if you have a 10,000 rows, you can even go with Microsoft Excel. You don't need even tool also. 10,000 rows Microsoft Excel can do amazingly well. You can even try Microsoft Access. If you are still want to do, you can try SQL, or even you can try Oracle, also a huge solution for just a 10,000 rows of data. And what kind of insight you want to do, my friend? Because what 10,000 rows you can do pie charts, bar charts, and 10,000 rows is manually scannable. Okay, so you need a very small tool with the less investment. You don't need to go to Hive or Hadoop or big data. You can search an open source, and you can give some BI tools with free BI tools you can search into. You can even get a lesser instance of lesser mortal tools that are easily available. But you don't need to look at 10,000 is not a use case of big data. 10,000 is simply a Microsoft Excel or some free tools available on the web. Yeah, anything more? Neha?
No, sir, we are done.
Okay. So, anyways, thanks Rahul, thanks Yogesh, thanks Neha for organizing this. It was really a wonderful organization, and thanks everybody for joining this, listening to this patiently and asking questions. You all are a wonderful audience, and thanks Rahul, Yogesh, and Neha once again. Okay,
Thank you to
shall we
you, sir,
close, Neha? Yeah,
for a wonderful interactive session.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.